Hi there, I'm Arvind Nagar, and we're currently building out the Convo Space. Let's say whatever I present to you in the next 10 minutes, it's so amazing that you just can't contain yourself and want to shout it out to the world. How do you go about doing that? Well, you probably send out a tweet, or write a blog post about it, or send a Discord message. Whatever it is that you decide, you're still going to have to switch away from this video and move to a different interface. Let's hold that thought for a minute. Now, if you're walking down the road with your friend, just a stroll in the park, you can talk about anything that you want, just point towards things and just have a conversation about them. Is there really a way of preserving that same human experience of creating, sharing, feeling right here on the internet? Can Web3 really be the human evolution in terms of just that natural way of having conversations and interactions online? How can we actually stitch together those same experiences throughout the internet, irrespective of whatever platform you're using? And if so, what can that one thread be? What is the one thing that is common to us humans, but also the internet? Well, it's just the ability to interact. And that's exactly what Convo makes accessible and human for the entire web. Convo enables any platform build an integrated social layer and build better experiences for their users. The problem that we're really trying to tackle is that we're constantly juggling multiple different social platforms, whether it might be Discord, Slack, Telegram, really trying to find out where that one message went, where that one message came from. Even personally, I find myself constantly pinging my friends saying, hey, did you check my Slack? Did you check my Discord? Our social lives are incredibly fragmented across all these ecosystems. And well, if I'm talking to you on Telegram, I really have to leave that rich conversation history behind whenever I'm switching interfaces. Just because you're on Discord and I'm on Telegram doesn't mean we can't talk to each other. It's as if platforms are defining the way we have our conversations instead of users. But platforms don't talk. People do. And the reality of the modern web is that no platform is really set up for that kind of movement. A very simple example for this can be, even though you can embed a tweet on a different website or a blog, you still have to go to Twitter, log in or sign up on Twitter to be able to interact with it. Not the best human experience. So how do you sort of solve this problem of siloed channels that blocks the flow of conversations and interactions? Well, you can create community by enabling composability of conversations across the web. And composability is something that Web3 is absolutely great at, and what Convo is really trying to bring to the masses. Convo offers all the tooling and infrastructure a platform could need to integrate the social layer, but at the same time, supercharge all of those interactions powered by Web3. So what do I really mean by that? Well, the biggest use case that Convo offers for artists is, let's say, if you're on Rarible, the only reason you're going there is to either buy or sell an NFT. But the entire artist communities and all of the conversations are happening in Discord, Slack, or Telegram. Well, Convo allows you to anchor a conversation to an NFT, so that wherever that NFT is, conversations and communities can flow along with it. But the biggest thing for artists is that if they want to try out a new marketplace like Coinbase, they really have to leave all of their data, all of their followers behind to try out something new. And they have absolutely no distribution there. Well, Coinbase uses Convo to not just unbundle conversations from interfaces, but also identity and reputation, which just means that as soon as a user lands on Coinbase, they'll have all of the NFTs that they created there, conversations, communities, but also identity and reputation from other platforms right there on that platform, so that none of their users have to ever start from scratch. Similarly, Huddle is one of the other platforms that is hacking on top of Convo. Sort of like TikTok for Web3, the biggest use case for them is just the fact that every single data point is connected to your blockchain identity, which just means that creators can now totally own their audience they're creating and curating on their platform, and have all of the interactions in the communities that they build on Huddle be composable across the web. Because all of the videos are NFTs, well, Convo allows you to compose those same communities to whichever interface you go. So you could be having a conversation on a dApp like Convo, or any other dApp, and pick up that same conversation in a 3D metaverse like Decentraland and just show off your NFT in a 3D gallery and have people talk about it. But if you move from your computer and just have Telegram on your phone, you can pick up that same conversation right there from your application as if you were always there and have seamless interoperability between whichever platform or whichever application you choose to use. The way it really works is that I could just switch back to Convo's website, scroll down, and leave a message over here. Just got a conversation, hit send, and that's really all it takes to interact with the decentralized world. But at the same time, I can pick up this conversation in my Telegram app, going like, hey, if I moved away from my computer, I can just leave a message over there saying, hey, from Telegram, and just hit send. Convo automatically syncs up all of these conversations and interactions so that as soon as I'm back to that tab, I can pick up that same conversation right here from their interface and just have seamless interoperability between whichever application that I choose to decide. It really enables all of these platforms, articles, and movements to happen whichever way that you're trying to do it. And just have all of these features that I just talked about available open source with just a single line of code, plug it in your website, and you're good to go. And have zero configuration or setup to do in your application. But really, it gives you all the infrastructure and tooling you need, managing things like storage, indexing, identity and reputation, data monetization, community governance for you. So you can really focus on building your own platform, have a custom UI, have a custom experience, using just a suite of tools that Convo provides, so that wherever you are in the ecosystem, Convo can help you build better experiences for your users. If you're on Etherscan, you can just leave a comment over there saying, hey, this is a malicious address, don't give your funds to this. And pull in those same conversations in your Web3 wallet. So the next time you're sending a transaction to that address, you can see the entire community talk about it and hopefully not send that transaction. In terms of who's building on Convo, there are roughly 600 plus visits to the website every single day, with over 120,000 data hits every single day. That's really the way we plan to monetize also in the near term. Just having a SaaS-based offering where if you've got a generous free tier, but if you're scaling up, Convo will scale up with you and you're paying like $5 or $10 a month, depending upon your usage. There are 3+ platforms live with many more in the works. Working with these early platforms has been very fruitful in terms of understanding what kind of features do users require, having over 15+ integrations being simplified by literally just using Convo's APIs. Without further ado, let's just dive right into a quick demo. You've already seen how easy it is to interact with the decentralized world, but Convo becomes a command center for your entire digital presence. So just connect your blockchain wallet and you're good to go. Be able to view all your messages, conversations, independent of whatever website on, and just be able to view them all in a single place. Be able to manage things like identity and reputation. So if you're a member of a certain DAO and want to join an NFT marketplace, or just an artist who wants to set up things like, hey, I only want people who are Bright ID verified to be able to talk to me. You can set up and establish trust in a decentralized manner, which is plugged into the entire ecosystem, use any application, and remove your trust and your reputation across all of these ecosystems. Because all of it is powered by Web3, you can even download your data, package it up into an ERC20, and expose it to the world outside. Or just be able to just nuke it from every single interface and go anonymous within a click of a button. Getting started with Convo is incredibly simple. Just copy your API key and you're good to go. Be able to track usage, incredibly simple configuration for developers. And that's really it for a quick demo. Please follow us, continue us, and follow us along our journey on all our socials. Thanks a lot.